a lot of men say, well, Marcus, why you be so hard on men? I'm a man. I know what it is to be a man. I know what it is to be a father. So I know the level, I know the standard.
Did you hear the story about the transgender man? So there was this woman who became a man, right? And she wrote a whole book. She ended up killing herself after being a man for like 2 years.
Right.
And she was like, she made a whole thing like, dude, like women think they have it hard.
Right.
You know who really has it hard? Try being a fucking man. Because transgender women or transgender men be looking like men. They don't look like transgender women.
But that's not a real perspective, bro. Because
she got a glimpse of it.
You can't get a glimpse. You can't get a glimpse of what it's like to be a man if you're a woman.
You can't.
The same way you can't.
If you get dressed up, like if you're a stud,
you ever seen a transgender man? They look like men.
Hold on. If I go put on makeup, eyeliner, chest pads for titties, a dress on. Do you think you get an idea what it's like to be a woman?
No,
not a chance, right? So just because you dress up like a man or you get treated like a man for a day, you still don't know what it is to be a man. And because it's actually not as difficult to be a man when you're equipped as a man.
Oh, there it is.
Hold on, I'm gonna talk. Hey, bud. There better not be no hoes over. We shooting right now. Listen,
turn it up.
We got one hoe over here.
Hey, babe,
we got 2 hoes.
Hey, babe, so, hey, look, so the guys try to sit me down. They trying to attack Dr. Black. They talking about I be going too hard on the men. So that you got this lame.
Why you brainwashing them over there?
Hey, Brooke, what kind of voodoo did you do on this man?
For real. Yeah.
At what point in y'all relationship did you grab his nuts and said, "I'm taking these with me"?
Hey, babe, I'll call you back. I gotta defend myself.
I'll hit you with a clip.
Okay, cause look, they really just so Rick is mad because his girl be sitting back watching the podcast, and every time I say something, she be like, "Yep, facts," and he gotta deal with that at home. I understand. I get it. Get your shit together.
You're pretty much one of them, is what we're saying.
Like, so I can fight though.
I can fight though.
Hey yo, like, see,
I wasn't
this is
done. What was
why I
I
like to be
saying?
left alone. Like, I don't. That's the only place to go. Like, let's go next door
what was I
to the boxing gym.
Let me go back
call
to
you
your,
back.
That's gonna be
to your
part of the
page.
segment pretty soon.
Nah, cause like you ain't gonna talk about me in front of my wife.
I thought that was a part of the
Nah,
bit. I thought you called her to call in type of shit.
I didn't call her.
Oh man, I thought it was part of the bit. Man.
Hey, but what y'all disagreeing about?
We're just trying to ask Mr. Dr. Black where his bro code is at.
Okay, so dig this,
I think
right?
it's okay to hold women accountable.
Hold.
Yeah,
no,
me too.
You would, because you guys have high feminine energy. You guys are very feminine. So of course you think you can relate to a woman. But as a true man who knows nothing about, like, how can you hold somebody accountable and you don't know what it takes to be them?
I think women.
I mean, it's not even about.
Men.
It's not even about holding them accountable with women like things. It's just there's just certain shit that women do that just aren't. It's just more like morally just human. It's just not cool.
Like what?
I mean the fact that
And isn't your plate full enough with shit that you do that's morally not cool to where you can check yourself and other men?
All right, let's do an example I think we could all relate to here, right? Like, let's say we have a bad day, we're stressed out, we're doing, which happens all the time with men, right? We get home, we might soak it all in silence, but we don't lash it out on everybody, right? Like when the dad or the man of the house is having a bad day, the whole house doesn't feel it, right? And I guess that's a part of being what a man is, right? We got to just chunk it up, deal with it in the car, brush it off and go in the house and just act regular, right?
Drink a
Still
beer.
be the fucking father or whatever. When a woman is having a bad day, she comes in and the whole house fucking feels it, and sometimes it's uncalled for. And sometimes you gotta hold them accountable. Like, hey, I
yeah,
understand.
but you can hold your woman accountable.
Exactly. That's all I'm
yours.
talking about.
You
That's
can't
all I'm
hold a
talking
woman accountable that you're not providing for.
Well,
I agree with that.
I mean, that's kind of what we're saying.
We're talking about the women we're
We're talking
involved
about,
with.
we're talking about
but
just
that's not what
being
my post-
involved
that's
with
not-
women.
that's not what my post is
But
about.
Kevin Samuels was telling that to women that were seeking advice. So when you're seeking, if I come to you seeking advice,
but the women,
you're gonna cut it
all
cold to me,
these
right?
men across the world who are Kevin Samuels minions, right? No one's seeking advice from them.
Yeah.
And they run around throwing their opinions loud. Also, you fuckers, okay? Y'all don't comment on, look, this post I made yesterday.
I couldn't comment on it.
Hold on.
I wanted
Ladies,
to.
sex is as important to men as security and communication is to women. Sit with that for a few.
Oh, that, honestly, I missed
I
that
bet
one.
you didn't, because this is how
I saw
men
the
are.
other one.
Men are like you guys are very feminine because you complain about what you don't like, but you don't support what you do like. Also, let me go to the other post, right? Hold on. This one. Ladies, would you date a man that makes less than $60K per year if he's a good man? I said, ladies, let's be honest. I started a whole conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pushing for men because the average man between the ages of 25 and 55 makes between $50,000 and $57,000 a year. The average man doesn't make more than $60K. And so I made a whole video. Listen to this video right here.
I like those posts. See, you're starting to turn a new leaf.
Nah, y'all not paying attention. Listen to this.
Stay away from women who want you to risk your freedom so that they can feel free.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fact.
Yeah.
Why y'all not talking about this?
Because
No, because
a broken clock's right twice a day.
I think I'm so used to you like.
Okay, the Dr.
I
Black
think
brand
I'm so
as a
used to
whole.
you. I'm so used to you like catering to the women. I see it. I'm like,
bro, but you just don't pay attention because I'm known for being I be on they ass, but I be on niggas too. You know what I'm saying? But like,
you know, Kevin Samuels was on dude's ass too though. No,
Early
no,
on.
pause,
He
bro.
was on dudes too.
He was on dudes, bro. He damn near he was damn near worse on them than the females.
For sure. Hold on.
Hey, you behind.
look at this post.
Yeah.
Look, this post right here. I said, ladies, be honest. If a man came up to you and said, I'm really attracted to you, and my goal is to have sex with you and hang out with you, then see where it goes from there. Would you entertain him further, right? And then I said, dating is tough for men. We are visual creatures. Our initial interest is often physical, but we have to act like we're more interested than we actually are and have more intention than we actually do just to get to first base. How can we have transparency when a relationship is built on cap? I be going to war for it, but y'all don't support it. I ain't see you. Why you ain't comment on this?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, and this is a reflection. I can't wait to post this because this is a
All right, this one right
reflection
here.
of men across
Well, your shit be
America.
go, but your shit that be popping though is usually not that shit. All right, all right. So
That shit be having like 12 comments.
Yeah, I just looked at your page and I just saw 5 posts.
Look at this money.
I think the algorithm didn't give us that one.
Yeah, algorithm they give. But let me tell you the one it did give me. It gave me the one that said.
Hold on. This
one
post
you talking
we
about?
just talking about, that shit got 893 comments and damn near 4,000 likes.
Which one? Hold on. Fellas, you can't complain about the lack of sex you're getting from your woman if you're not creating the environment for her to be sexual. If she has to work all day, then come home, cook, clean, and care for the kids, the last thing she's thinking about is sex. She's tired.
Yes,
Right?
that's a fact.
But that goes both ways.
But we're not talking about both ways.
Well, how about when the man
I'm not
is
bisexual.
working-
I don't go both ways.
How about
I'm-
when the man is working all day, and let's say the girl been at home all day cooking and cleaning?
That's not the topic, and that's very feminine of you to like. Oh no, what about them too? They do it too. That's
But you know, men have the #1 suicide rate. We're the main ones who commit suicide.
So
right?
what?
Oh,
because
man.
the
See,
lack of understanding of men.
I'll be riding more so for the mental health of men, bro.
I ride for the mental health of people. I don't care like if you got 100%, if you have all these people committing suicide, who cares how many of them are men and how many of them are women?
Because
Why
I think the
wouldn't you
number's
not?
very drastic.
It's most men.
Different.
What does that mean?
Because
though?
a lot of men don't have support systems.
Men
A lot
bottle
of
shit
women
up.
do.
But
There
have
is no
big
men. There is
support
no
system.
man. There is no support system.
There are
There's
plenty
no.
of
There's
support
no
systems. Men
environment
don't use them.
where.
No, we don't
all
want
over.
them. We don't. Maybe we don't want them.
Boom. So this.
You don't
so
think
this-
we want it?
No,
We
because
want
they're out
it to a
there.
degree, but
They're not out there. Men, listen, I know the numbers. I know the facts. Men aren't going to counseling. Men aren't going to
Because
therapy.
men are probably scared and don't know what to do. I think if anything,
I think
we
we
just
try
don't
to
know.
find it in our women, right? We usually.
No, I think we try to find it in our friends. If anything,
Wait, so what are y'all saying about support? So y'all saying he should slant what he's saying?
he gonna do what he gonna do. But
I'm just talking.
Listen.
What
shit.
are we?
I think I proved that they full of shit.
No, okay. Going back to the shit about the girls and the working, right?
Whatever.
So it's like, when do we? Like Miles said one time, like the bare minimum has become above and beyond for women.
Bro,
like
if I made a
and
comment,
cooking and
if I made a
cleaning is
comment,
the bare minimum.
when you talking about the 50-50 conversation, right? Women often get the short end of the stick of the 50-50 conversation. That's a fact. Because you go to work, she go to work. You come home done after you get off work and you're like, I'm tired. I'm putting my feet up, I'm watching TV, I might go in the garage, I'm gonna smoke.
never do that.
And I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about with most men. Then the man come home, your baby took a shit, you don't want to change the diaper, you don't want to cook, you don't want to mop, you don't want to vacuum. She got off work, she still has to come home and be mom. She still got to get the kid. Like, when I go home, bro, I give my kids a bath sometime. I fold clothes.
I do all that.
I watch her do it.
I don't fold clothes.
And that's how it's supposed to. But you have a lot of men who complain about their woman sex drive not being on a certain level. She's exhausted.
Right. Okay.
I didn't say nobody was wrong.
Now let's switch it around. Let's switch it around.
Most relationships
Let's switch it
are
around.
50-50.
Let's switch it around. So what about the men, right? That have women that have high sex drive, right? They have a super high sex drive, and their women don't create an environment that makes the man want to be sexual. What about that? Because there's a lot of that. There's a lot of men like that are unspoken for.
So break it down. Go ahead.
Like for me, like
He's been standing up all day, 10, 12 hours.
I've been standing up all day. My girl, she's in between stages, in between jobs, figuring it out, right? She's not really doing much, and a lot of the financial burden is on the man. Almost everything is on the man as far as like what we gonna eat or, everything, right?
Okay.
Is on the man. What about the women that look at the man for everything, and then he comes home and she's expecting to come. She's expecting to bust 3 nuts before the night is out. And he's like, man, I've been working all day. I don't feel like it. And then now he's not sexually into his woman because his woman isn't creating an environment to make him.
And how does that
Sexual.
go 9 times out of 10 if your girl asks for pussy or for dick and you don't give it to her? It's the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like a girl could reject
What
your girl
bitch you
could reject
fucking?
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Why-
wife
why
she don't
is it-
reject me much, but when she rejects me, I just be like, all right.
Because
fuck
I think there's a lot of men out there that aren't saying nothing because the
Yeah, but let me ask you a question, though. So when
stereotype
you-
of men.
so-
Hold on, the typical stereotype of men is that we just horn dogs. Not all men are like that. Not all men just want sex.
So
on
when
their
you
woman.
go home, what's going on?
She want dick.
she's trying to jump
tired.
on you.
Is the house clean?
Barely. I mean, the house maybe, yeah.
Barely.
Maybe.
No hot food.
Maybe not the food, but the house is clean. Maybe it is one day. Maybe it ain't the next.
See, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you this. I think that.
And that's
a
not
lot-
even something that, like me personally, I'm not that type of man. I don't expect you to have the house clean.
I
every
just
day.
think that a lot of men
every
complain
day.
about women that they choose. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been in that scenario. I've never chosen a bum ass woman.
Then
who's
what
gonna sit
about
up-
women
It goes
and the
vice
men that
versa.
they choose?
Okay, what about it?
Exactly. But what you're
Like,
talking about.
why it should be the same energy. It shouldn't be like you're not a good leader. You're not a good leader. It's like the women aren't choosing good men. Women need to start learning how to spot good men.
But I make posts about that also.
Like I said, I didn't see
the algorithm only feeds us your other posts.
Yeah,
dog.
the algorithm.
I make posts about everything, right? But often I'm making posts trying to get understanding. So when a female is not interested in having sex with her dude, well, like I made that post off of a phone call that I got. You know what I'm saying, doing my one-on-ones, and the female was telling me that was pretty much her situation. And I'm really trying to give men game. Hey, bro, this how you want her to have more sex? This how you can turn it up. I'm not saying, yo, leave him because you busting the bills down 50-50 and you still got to do the chores. And that's why you tired and you're drained. I'm not saying leave him. I'm saying, yo, fellas, hint, hint, grab the mop
Step your game up.
and
a
make the
little.
pussy wet.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't necessarily disagree with that.
You can't.
Yeah, no, I don't. You know, I'm just saying, like, my whole stance is like,
Find something else.
I'm not personally going against you. I just.
Oh, yes, you are.
No, not specifically.
Especially my brother Ricardo
Nah.
over here.
Nah. For me, it's more so like, why did people bash Kevin Samuels?
But I didn't bash Kevin Samuels.
Not you, but
people. I thought
there were women that were happy that he died.
I think that's
That's crazy.
ridiculous. I
That's
think that
wild.
Kevin Samuels.
I got aunties and mom.
I
You
think
know, they
Kevin
was happy he
Samuels-
died.
I think Kevin Samuels was necessary. I think he created
Were
awareness.
your aunties happy that he died single? Sorry, cut you off.
They were just happy he died. They were like, they're
But-
laughing
but
about
they
this.
single
are they
old
single
women?
women?
Huh?
Were
Are
they
they single women?
No, well, my cousin, she's actually married.
But here's the thing. The thing about it is, even and I personally believe that he was doing it as entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't disagree with a lot of things that he was saying. I disagree with the way he was saying a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But that don't make me right and him wrong. That was his style. But what I was talking about is the spill out of it. You have a lot of men running around. Like, for example, if you want to talk about like polygamy, right? You got a lot of people, men talking about polygamy and polyamory and trying to have these larger conversations. You can't take care of one woman correctly. What makes you think you can take care of 2 women or 3 women? A lot of men just want, the past to be, sexually irresponsible and do whatever the hell they want to do. And so when you have men,
I think that's a mask that a lot of men wear.
So when you have men who are running their mouths about stuff that they're not well read about and haven't studied and don't have the information on, they sound crazy. They're putting women down. They're making women feel like they're not good enough. I'm never gonna stand for men creating a narrative that black women don't want to be submissive and don't want to follow. That's nonsense.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
And so, but it's if you look in the comments of my post, it's a lot of men arguing saying like, bro, this dude told me it might be 20% of black women, which is basically he's saying 80% of black women don't want to follow. Instead of just accepting that you stink as a leader.
Yeah.
80% of women want to follow.
Yeah, but let me segue. So like the thing is like how do you feel about the passport bros? Do you know about that? The passport bros?
No.
People going outside.
It's about these dudes. It's a community of dudes, mostly black men. I think might be a couple others in there, but mostly black men. They have this community where they believe in going to other countries. And finding women in Thailand and women in Brazil.
You know what they're looking for? They're looking for women who can sit back, stroke their ego, have sex with them, and shut the fuck up.
They want 100% submissive.
Now, do you think that's wrong of a man?
I think those are narcissistic men.
Yeah, that's lame. I don't want 100%.
I think that's super lame. I think it's super. I get it. I get it. But you also gotta know. You also gotta remember, like, certain dudes, don't really understand, and that's another thing that a lot of men and women gotta understand this shit. And I think more so with women, men kind of have a grasp on the concept of it, but women need to understand the market that they're dealing with. They need to understand what their market is. There's a lot of women that don't understand their sexual market value. Currently. They think that like they have this idea in their head like, I'm this and I'm that, which is nothing's wrong with it. But you can't, a lot of the women were getting mad at the type of men that they're dealing with and what they deal with men because of the delusion. It's like you have women walk around with a delusion.
Yeah, I said in my post just yesterday or 2 days ago, the problem with the averages, like I said, you have 50%. I said you have men. The average man between the ages of 25 and 55 makes between $50,000 and $57,000 a year. The problem with that is most women don't want a man that makes less than $60,000 a year, and most women don't think they're average. It's like, yo, sweetheart, you're average.
Exactly, but that's what Kevin Samuels is doing.
Yeah.
He was doing it in a way. That's why I think that what he was doing was kind of good.
It was cutthroat.
It was cutthroat.
But who are you? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. You agree?
Yeah.
But there is
no.
Everyone could agree in a beautiful human being.
Yeah, for
yeah. There's a standard. There's an all around beautiful.
There's certain females I find attractive that you may not find attractive.
I'm pretty sure it's a universal.
But you can still look at them and be like, she still look good. It's not my type.
If an ogre walk in this bitch right now, we all gonna say, oh, that's probably a 2.
I think everybody knows a 10 and a 0. You know what I'm saying? But when you start talking about that window between 5 and 6, or like 4 and 7, that window is subjective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Yeah, and so I think that like, who are you to tell a woman who thinks she's a 9 that she's a 6? She's a 6 to you. Like, that man said that
some of these girls they used to call in.
Bro, that man said Sweetie was a 6. He said Beyonce is a 8 at best.
That fool's a troll too.
That's his
opinion. Take that in consideration.
At the end of the day, Dr. Black is out here changing lives. Dr. Black is out here keeping it real. And sometimes the ball may land in your court, and sometimes it may not. It just is what it is. If your girl hits you and be like, man, send you one of Dr. Black posts and say, yo, he was preaching right here. Just take it and send her a post back. Cause I be
Some of the posts where I agree with you though, I can't even comment or share like cause it's
cause you scared.
real.
But
Yeah,
she gonna send it to you though.
Look. I will say this though.
You're almost too real.
You've had a
I'm
couple,
always too real.
You've had a couple
both
posts.
sides.
You've had a couple posts where I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
I want to post this
Me
motherfucker.
too.
Stop
But that
acting
shit-
like a hoe.
That shit is accurate.
He acting like a hoe.
No, it was too accurate. If
You sound like a hoe to
if I post that, I'm shaking up the whole room.
All right,
Yeah.
you sound like a hoe.
So I ain't gonna lie, bro. You do be having some that do be sticking,
Lonnie, you
but
sound
mostly
like you're
how?
scared of
How?
your woman.
Nah, it's just you don't want to make her mad. If we
Okay,
arguing,
it sound like
if
you
we
scared.
arguing about some shit, why I'm gonna go ahead and subliminally?
Meanwhile,
I'm not gonna sub
men
my own woman, bro.
Listen
Right?
to this.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Like, what?
men around America are upset when they girls send them a Dr. Black post, but you don't want to send one back.
No, I'm
Don't
talking
blame me.
about posted. There was shit that I wanted to post.
Send it to her.
No. For what?
I saw a post today. I wanted to send my wife. I'm like,
This
nah,
nigga
I'm not gonna
scared.
piss her off.
I'm not
Yeah.
scared. It's just like
Aight.
I'm not finna sub my girl.
Hey man,
I'm not finna be passive
Dr.
aggressive.
Black wins. I'm
Ah,
out of here.
Shit.
I won. Parked everybody.
All right, man.
Yo, you are watching Cut the Shit. Make sure you tune in every week on Friday.
Yeah, subscribe, comment. If you have any suggestions of what you want us to talk about, go ahead and leave it in the comments. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, viewer discretion advised, man.
Yeah.
Don't come watching us getting all offended and triggered, cause we coming with that shit, man.
Yeah, don't be a pussy.
Don't be
Why would you say that?